how to work from home. So everybody is moving their practices online, and they're wondering, how can I best transition and adapt to a new online space? And so, there's a couple of things that I think are really important for us to remember. One is that you do need to have a secure location, especially if there are other people in your home. You want to make sure that you have a space that's dedicated, also to give you that sense of like you're at work. Sometimes we get into work mode, right? And we know what we're doing. We know what our purpose is. And if we have that space, it can help us get into work mode. If we're sitting on our couch in our pajamas, and nobody else happens to be in the house, then it's hard to get into that work mode. So I think it's really important for us to have a dedicated space for your online therapy sessions. Then you want to make sure wherever you are doing your sessions that the connection is good. There's a particular part of my house that is not good for internet connection. It's just like one of those weird things. And so I'm not going to be doing any sessions from that location. So you want to test out your internet connection, your computer, your whatever video you're using, whether it's on your phone or on your laptop, make sure that's used. A lot of people have been asking about headsets. So I just use like these other, I think got them at Target, really simple ones that I know will always work for me because I just plug them right in. You do want to wear some kind of headset. It just reduces the noise in the background, and it just really helps you to stay focused to what you're doing. And so I do recommend that you use a headset, you test your equipment, you test your internet, you communicate with your clients ways that you can, they can reach you in case there's like an emergency or in case there's like some kind of connection issue. Usually I try to email people because it's just a really quick way for me to communicate with them because I'm already sitting at my computer when I'm getting ready to do an online session. The other thing that you want to do is reduce distractions, right? You want to make sure that there's not a lot of distractions. Now, I will say that in most of my online sessions that I've been doing, telehealth for a little while now. And if I'm home, my cat is there. I can't help it. I could kick him out of my office that I use. I could, set all kinds of boundaries for him, but for my particular animal, he's like, absolutely not. I'm invited and I'm going to sit here with you. And so for some people that may be a distraction. If I had clients that really were distracted by something like that, I would work around it and say, you know what, you're going to hear my cat meowing in the background. That's going to be the end of that. Or if I particularly have clients who are really happy that my cat is in the session. It's kind of like a pet therapy type of thing. And it's very sweet. And so that works out okay. I know a lot of people are working at home with their kids. The children are going to maybe barge into sessions. I love that video is recirculating of I think it was a professor, some kind of person whose kids just came, come in, hey, I'm here and I'm looking for fun. And so, it's going to happen. It's not going to be perfect. We can't compare it to our in-person session. And so I think that's a really hard comparison sometimes. We cannot compare. We can't say, but in the office, we don't have these disturbances. We don't have these connection issues. It's a completely different experience. And so I think we need to moderate our expectations, and we need to teach our clients that the experience is going to be different and make it as comfortable as possible for them. They might have interruptions. Their cat might come in. I did a session the other day. Somebody had their dog. It was great. I loved it. I was happy. She was happy. It was a win-win, but that might not always be a win-win. Like if somebody had their pet snake, I might be like, hey, I'm super uncomfortable with this. We're going to have to turn this onto my therapy and my phobia of snakes. Can you remove the snake? So I think that we have to really, moderate our expectations with our clients around what this is going to look like. So I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record, that's a really full service EHR where you can do billing, you can write notes, you can send invoices, you can take credit card payments, you can communicate with your clients on a portal where you send the documentation, so it's fully online. So if you don't already have a practice where there's an EHR, I definitely want you to check out TherapyNotes because they are a wonderful asset, especially for those of us who are working from home. So going back to working from home, how can you transition? And so let's just review. You want to have a dedicated space, you want to test your equipment, and you want to limit distractions and moderate your expectations around what that's going to look like. And so just like we teach our clients, my final thing is to be really gentle with yourself and to be gentle with your clients and to teach them to also be gentle through this process. This is a really big learning process for a lot of people. Not everybody is used to doing things on an online space. I think as a result of what's going on right now, our world will change. People will become more comfortable in online spaces, teleworking, doing telehealth, even seeing their primary care doctors through that modality. And so I think that this will shift our world into that. So if you're a therapist who's interested in online therapy, telehealth, telemedicine, I think it's really important for us to really see what's going on here and have systems in place in order to best operate out of online spaces. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions for you. And I am here every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.